Hi, my name is Dan from Korg, and I'm excited to show you the latest addition to our Volca series, and it is the Volca Modular. It's a completely new type of Volca instrument. This is a self-contained modular synthesizer, and it includes 8 different modules in this Volca-sized box. So what we have first is we have a sound source. Our sound source is based off a triangle wave, and it also has the ability to add FM modulation to our signal as well. So we can do this. When I hit that mod knob, you'll hear the FM kick in. So that's our primary sound source. Then our next module is we have an ADSR type module. We also have a shape module, which shapes our sound for the output. We have a section that enables us to control the way our sequencer and our timing works. We can actually add intervals to gating and other types of performance features. Woggle is a very cool feature because what that does, and you'll hear that in a second, it's a sample and hold feature. So you can route that to different parts of the module and be able to take and add things like an LFO or other types of modulation effects. We have 2 low-pass gates, 2 cutoffs, and we also have a mixer for our signals. We can split our signals into 2 signals, run those through our separate cutoffs, and then mix those discretely. And then finally, we've got a very cool effect, our space out effect. The space out effect is like a reverb, but it's more like a reverb with a little bit of ring modulation to it. So it gives a very cool metallic edge to our sound. In addition, the sequencer's been broadened in the Volca Modular. You've got additional sequencer types, so you can run the sequencer backwards and forwards. There's a form called stochastic and bounce. And then finally, you can also create microtunings, which is something that's common in a lot of modular synthesizer systems, in addition to your own custom tunings. The Volca Modular enables you to create an infinite array of sounds. And again, like any modular synthesizer, you've got the ability to interconnect your modules any way you want to. Feel free to experiment. That's the way you get the most unique sounds. The idea is to have fun and use the Volca Modular to be able to broaden the sound capabilities of your Volca setup. So next I'm going to show you a couple of ways to be able to patch the Volca Modular to get different sounds. I'm going to start off with a very basic patch configuration. I'm going to start with our Woggle module. Again, that's a sample and hold module. I'm just going to feed that to our sound source. So we get this. Okay, so this is without our patch cable. This is a basic setup. Using one patch cable, you can take and start manipulating your sound. The next setup I'm going to show you is how to start manipulating the shape of your sound. So what we've got is we've patched from our sound source to our release. So with that, we'll be able to use just the release knob and the cutoff knob to give us some different shape and characteristics of our sound. So the release is essentially what was triggering our sound source to be able to get that kind of modulation, that kind of gritty sound. All right, next patch I'm going to show you how our gate section can control our sound and also create different types of textures to our sound. This next example, we're going to use the different modules within the Volca to create different types of rhythmic movement within our patch. We can do that by using, again, our sound shaping section and also our low-pass gate section. Just like all the other instruments in the Volca series, the Volca Modular can integrate with all the other instruments. So you can connect them with the sync in and out feature and be able to synchronize all your Volcas together. In this case, I'm going to synchronize a Volca beat with the Modular just by connecting the sync out to the sync in, and now we'll be in perfect sync. You can also connect the Volca Modular to other pieces of gear, such as any piece of gear that has a CV in and out, such as the new Korg Minilogue XD, or other similar instruments. So let's check it out. Lastly, I'm going to show you what you can do with all 8 modules in the Volca Modular. I'm going to be interpatching between the modules. Gives you an idea of just the flexibility. As you're playing the Volca, you can change up the patching in real time and get different types of sounds. So we're going to start off with pretty crazy wiring here of the Modular, just to give you an idea of some of the non-traditional sounds that you can get. All right, so that's giving you an idea of what the Volca Modular can do, our latest Volca in our series of instruments. This is a great piece, not just for somebody who's interested in modular synthesis, but also for sound designers, film scorers, and again, somebody who just wants to add a new piece of gear to their existing system to broaden their sound possibilities. You can check this out at your local Guitar Center, also at guitarcenter.com.